Good morning, students. Today I am going to start the topic Basics of Computer System. Now we start. What is computer system? Computer systems consist of three main components: hardware, software, and the people. People means user. Hardware, all the peripheral devices that we can touch is known as hardware, and computer hardware and other works performed by the people or the user are known as software, and people those who operate the computer system, that is the user. Software is a set of instruction which tells hardware that what to do. As I said, that software can control the hardware, and peoples are those who can work on the computer system, that is the user. Software is also called as program. Then what is the program? Step by step instruction which can perform the task, or collection of instruction or set of instruction which perform a specific task is known as program, while programs are also called software. So we can say that set of programs is also called software. A computer programmer is a person who writes programs. A person who can make the computer program is known as programmer. Users who can purchase the software, or those who can get the software for the computer, is known as end user. Means the people who use the software is known as end user. Basic components of computer hardware. What does a computer machine do? Definitely, computer will do some work. It is programmed to accept data as input. Definitely, computer has programmed to accept data as an input. It processes data into useful information as output. After taking the input, it will process data and give us the meaningful output. It stores the information in a secondary storage. If people can get to store it, it will store in a computer secondary storage device. And processing, directly the processing will be work on the execution of the software with the hardware. Now come to the basic components of a computer hardware. In order a computer to function, it requires four main aspects of data handling: input, process, output, storage. And this is called IPO cycle, input, process, output cycle. Dear students, you can see in the picture which is given here. First of all, the data will goes to the computer system, that is the CPU unit. And after that, it will comes out as a output. Then definitely input will be given, that is the accepted by the computer in form of a data. That input will be given by input devices like mouse, keyboard, etc. Then that data will goes to the CPU, and CPU have find it whether the data will be storage in the storage device or not. If that will be available in a storage device, then it will wait for the instruction, and instruction when it will get, it will goes for the processing, and again it will wait for the instruction. If all the instruction will be given at once, then find out quickly by the CPU from a storage device, then memory, and then after it will goes for the output. Suppose the data will in form of numbers, then that data again the same process will be followed, but one additional part of the CPU were used, that is ALU, arithmetic logic unit. This one is responsible for the mathematical or numerical functions. So first it will goes to the storage, whether the data is available, then directly it will goes out for the output after finding there. If not there, then the memory will give the instructions to the ALU, and ALU find out or manipulate the data and again send it to the memory unit, and then after goes output. One another unit is there in the CPU, that is a control unit, CU, which can controls every work or function of the CPU, and output will be get by the output devices which can shows it to the people, right students? Now if we are talking about the computer system, a normal computer system, then this image becomes in our memory, where monitor, keyboard, mouse, UPS, printer, speaker, CPU are there. You can see in the picture all these components or part of a computer system is there on the desk. Now let's student talk about the input device. What is input and input device? Input is the data that you put into the computer system for processing as a raw material, raw data which is given to the computer system is known as data. The data are available in the figure and facts. Next is the keyboard is one of the most common input device which consists of keys arranged in much the same way as those on typewriter. It is standard uniform structure of a keyboard which is available throughout the world in the same manner. A mouse is a device. A mouse is a device that is moved by hand over a flat surface, as you can see in the picture, and all of you are aware about that, as the ball on its underside. In the mouse, I'm talking about the mouse which was used before of this optical mouse. That mouse was called as a scroll mouse. In that mouse at the bottom there is a ball at the center of the mouse at the bottom side. That bottom side ball will scroll on the surface, and whenever it will scroll in opposite direction, their mouse will be moved on the screen. Nowadays we are using the optical mouse. That optical light will emerge on the surface and the reflected, and accordingly it will move, and we can see or shown on the monitor screen. Students, other type of input devices are scanner, barcode reader. A scanner is used for the images. If we want to give input in form of image to the computer system, we will use the scanner. As it is, the picture will be scanned, it will goes to the computer system. And barcode reader, it is a strip barcode found on many products, which each lines is represented with a character, and codes are read through a barcode reader. Each strands, each lines having the codes with the number, this can be used for the getting the detailed information about the product, and it will be read by the barcode reader. Now come to the processing. The processing unit is performed with the help of processor. Some image of the processor is available at the bottom in this image group, and above is also there. The processor, which is also called central processing unit, as you know that is the center of the activity of all the components of the computer system, which consists of electronic circuit that interpret and execute program instructions, communicate with input, output, and storage devices. This one is connected with the circuits, and this one is totally work or interpret the entire function of the computer system. Everything will be goes here, and then after it will be properly functions and performed. Data is the raw material, as I have said that, which will be goes for the process. For example, grades of an exam. See here, when data is organized into useful and meaningful form, it becomes information. Definitely, for example, an instructor could enter various student grades as data, and when he process his data in order to produce final grade or class average, by this way he produces information. Data what? The data is a student's grade, information final grade and class average. Whatever the student's grade, the feeded by the teachers or the particular person, and after that the overall grade we will get it, that is the information. Now come to the primary storage. Primary storage, which is also known as memory, as close relationship with central processing unit, but it is separate from CPU. It is also connected, primary memory is connected with the CPU, but it is the different parts. It is separate from the CPU. When data is fetched from input, it is kept in memory as temporarily. Primary memory is kept as a temporary whenever the data has been get from the users. This is the primary storage. It is volatile, and then another storage device is secondary storage device, that is a permanent, where the data will be stored permanently. Then after the data processed, display on output device, and then it is still kept memory as temporary. Data will get display on the monitor on the output device, still the data will be available till there in this primary memory. When data is stored into secondary storage and the file is closed, then it is removed from this primary memory. As I said that it is volatile. When the data will save to the secondary storage, or till that the program is working, data will be available here. When the data will store in the storage or close the file, then after the data will be lost from the primary memory, means removed from the or erased from the primary memory. Primary storage memory also holds the programs, that is the computer instructions that is requested by the CPU instruction. As I said that instruction which is given by them, it can holds. Primary storage device require continuous flow of present electric. When there is no electric present, no power, all the data in the primary storage is lost. Another thing is that for the primary storage device where data will be saved, till that you will give them power, the data will be available, and when the power will not supply to them, data will be lost. So here we will get 2 points, vital points. As I said that primary memory is the volatile in nature. Volatile means data will be there, till that we can work on it, and after it the data will lost, data will not saved on it. So, and second point is that when the data will save to the storage device or close the file, data will be lost. Now next, the output device. Output device are those devices where we will get the result, that is the output after the processing from central processing unit. Most common output devices are computer screen, printers, etc. Computer screen is also called monitor. Monitors are in variety of forms. Different types of monitor are there. The first monitor which you have seen here, the above, which is look like a TV, that is called CRT monitor, cathode ray tube monitor, where the cathode ray were emerged from the center, and then after you can see the picture on the monitor. Second is CRT monitor. After the CRT monitor, TFT, thin film transistor, where the thin transistor is placed inside the monitor, which can be effective for the display of the on the screen. And next, another one is the LCD, liquid crystal display. In that monitor, inside the monitor, the liquid crystal are there, which can reflect the lights, scatter the lights, and that one can work for the seeing output on the screen. Another output device, that is a printer, which can produce the output. Different types of printers are there: inkjet, laser jet, thermal printer, etc. Secondary storage, the device which is used for save your data permanently for future use. Whenever you require, you can use that. There are three most common storage media which are used: magnetic disk, optical disk, and magnetic tape. Magnetic disk. Here, magnetic disk contains the coating, magnetic material coating on the disk, and on that the data will be stored, gather there, capture there, stick over there, and that can be stored our data. Here, see, a disk usually consists of a magnetic disk 3.5 inch in width, enclosed in the plastic case. I am talking about the floppy disk and hard disk. Hard disk usually have more storage capacity than diskette, that is a floppy disk, and data access is faster than floppy disk. In both floppy disk and hard disk, the actual storage media is kept under the plastic case. The above picture is the picture of the hard disk, and below one is the floppy disk. Hard disk where stored very large amount of data, while floppy disk stored a little bit of amount. Nowadays, floppy disk is out of the market due to the very less storage capacity, and data were lost, means that floppy disk corrupt easily. The normal size of the disk is 3.5 inch, while hard disk nowadays available in terabyte. Later on we will discuss about the what is terabyte. Next one is the optical disk. The disk which is use optical light to store data on it, or laser light which is used to save information in the storage media, is known as optical disk. Optical disk use laser beam, as I said, that to read large volume of data, and it is relatively inexpensive in comparison to magnetic disk. Definitely, as you have seen that hard disk is more costlier than the CD or DVD. Reason behind that, it is easily available in the market, and the storage capacity is less than the hard disk. Some of the common optical disks are compact disk CD, which can store data up to 7.73 GB, means 700 MB or 800 MB. Digital versatile disk DVD, captured up to 17 GB. Yes, you have seen that 1 GB, 4 GB commonly available, but up to 17 GB also available. High definition DVD, HD DVD, which can store up to 60 GB data, and Blu-ray disc, which store data up to 50 GB or 120 GB. CD, commonly you have seen that DVD you have also seen that, and high definition DVD also you have seen that. The difference between CD and DVD: in the CD you can hold both the devices, both the storage device, compact disc and DVD. You can easily identify that. Normally CD, whenever you have seen the surface of the CD, that is very glassy surface and can reflect number of colors, while in DVD whenever you will see that the color will be reflected like a blue color or dark gray color. The reason behind that, the coating on the CD and DVD. In CD, single layer cover will be there, coating will be there, and in DVD, multi-layer coating will be there. So that's why their color will reflected differently, and they will store data accordingly. Magnetic tape. Magnetic tape usually store large computer, example server, because they can store very large or huge amount of data. So that's why they are using this kind of tapes. Come in a special cartridge, and they are similar to the tapes that we are usually listen music from tape recorder, or you have seen, not now, I think so, in 84 to 95, during that time you have seen that DVD player, sorry, DVD, not a VCD player or VCR player, and before coming of the CD and MP3 player, you have also seen, might be you have also seen that audio cassettes. That type of things were there. In that one there is the strip, magnetic strip will be there, which will placed on two wheels, and the header will be there inside the magnetic tape case. That header will be read and write data on the magnetic tape. See the picture which is given in the bottom one. The complete hardware system. The complete hardware systems are included in the form of input, process, and output devices. If I'm talking about the personal computer, then these things minimum, these things are required. Or if I'm talking about the computer which is used in the different business houses, definitely also these things are must. Apart from that, they are also using other components like modem, switch, hub, etc. for the networking. Due to that, in the business or corporate house or corporate world, they are using to spread the information in the entire business, and they are sharing and getting the information from there to their server. That's it for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.